Today we are on Tier Maker and we're going to be ranking all 31 NHL logos in these categories. We have love, like, meh, do not like, and hate. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't really think I hate any NHL logo, so don't really expect any to be down in this category. But over the past couple of videos, I definitely have seen a lot of comments from you guys requesting me to do something like this where I rank NHL logos. I've never done something like this on the channel before. Usually my stuff is like performance based and about stuff that's actually going on the ice, but this has nothing to do with that. This is literally just based off of the look of these teams' logos. So if your favorite team's logo, I have it in like the do not like category or the hate category. You don't have to go hating on the video. It's literally just based off of the look of their logo and nothing else. So with that said, let's jump right into it, beginning with the Los Angeles Kings. I'm actually going to put them in do not like. I would be a bigger fan of their logo if it was just the little crown that you see here under the LA. I was a big fan of their jerseys when they had the little bit of purple in them with the black and the silver. I thought they were super clean. Not really a big fan of their current uniforms, and I just don't really like the look of this logo. I feel like there's a little bit too much going on, so I would much rather it just be that crown, and if it was, I'd probably actually have it up there in like. I really like their logo when it was like that, and their purple alternate jerseys, the purple and gold ones, are super clean. If it was that logo, I would probably have it up here as well, but with this one, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. The Montreal Canadiens, I'm just going to put them in meh. It's not something that I love. It's not something that I hate. It's just a classic logo. They're an original six team. Their logo's pretty much been the same throughout their entire existence. There has been some tweaks here and there, but for the most part, it has looked the same concept with the C and the H in the middle. So I'm just going to put them in the meh category. The Nashville Predators, actually, I like their logo. I think it suits them well. I'm a big fan of their uniforms. Some people don't really like the full solid yellow uniforms, but I think they do look pretty clean, and I'm a big fan of their logo, so I'm going to put them in the like category. The New York Islanders, I don't really like their logo. I feel like they could do something different. I don't know. I just don't really like it. It's just a big circle. It has the island. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of it, really. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, I'm going to put them in the do not like category. The New Jersey Devils, I think I'm probably just going to put them in meh. I don't like it. I don't hate it. It's just something that, like, it's cool. It's there, and I don't really mind it. The New York Rangers, I'm going to put them in do not like. I feel like that team, the Rangers name, they could have something so much cooler. And even the Statue of Liberty logo that they used to have on those jerseys that are now like some of the most sought after jerseys for jersey collectors, super clean. I wish it was still that logo, but it is what it is, and yeah, I'm just not really the biggest fan of their logo right now. The Philadelphia Flyers, I'm going to put them in meh. I feel like there isn't really too much to say about their logo. It is a little bit boring, but it does suit the team well. I do like their uniforms, especially the home, solid orange. I think it looks really good. But yeah, I think for the logo, I'm just going to put it in meh. I don't like it, but I don't not like it. The Pittsburgh Penguins, I actually like their logo. I mean, it suits the team well. They're called the Penguins, and it's literally a penguin skating and playing hockey. You can't really get much better than that. So Pittsburgh gets a like from me. Along with the St. Louis Blues, I actually have came around to their logo, and I believe it is ever since I owned one of their jerseys. I have an alternate. It's like the baby blue with Alex Pietrangelo on it, and I just think the note looks really good on it. And yeah, that's kind of the reason for me having it in a like category. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because I own a jersey, but I just think their logo looks pretty good. The Boston Bruins, I'm going to put them in meh. It's literally just a B, but again, original six team, been around for a very, very long time, and their logo has stayed relatively the same like the Montreal Canadiens. There has been some tweaking here and there over the decades, but for the most part, they've had the same logo, and you can't go wrong. Original six team, it's okay. Moving on to the Buffalo Sabres, I'm going to put them in do not like, and honestly, I was kind of close to putting it in hate, but like I said at the start, I don't really hate any NHL logo. I liked Buffalo's uniforms and their logo better when they had the slug, and before that when they had the black jerseys with the red on it and they had like the big bison head. I think that was super clean and was the best logo of the team's history, and in my opinion, every time they changed it, it got a little bit worse, so I'm just not really a fan of the logo that they have right now. The Tampa Bay Lightning, I'm just going to put them in meh. They're the Tampa Bay Lightning. Their logo is literally a lightning bolt. Again, it makes sense for the team. It looks good on the uniforms, so you can't really go wrong with that one. The Vancouver Canucks, I'm going to put them in the meh category. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. Definitely a bigger fan of the skate logo that they have on their alternate jerseys that they wore a couple times this year. And I'm sure a lot of people would be in agreement with me that that should be their full-time logo. I think for a stint, maybe like a couple years, that would be really cool. I know it's retro and stuff, but it just looks really, really good on the Adidas jerseys. And this logo here is fine, but I'm just a bigger fan of their older logos, and maybe that's the biggest reason why it kind of makes me not like this one as much. The Vegas Golden Knights, I love their logo. Maybe it's recency bias because they are a new team and it's a new logo, but I just love the logo. I love it on the uniforms too. It's got the sparkly, shiny gold on it. I just think it looks super clean. It really fits the team well, and is probably one of my favorite logos in the entire NHL, if not my favorite. The Washington Capitals, I don't like it. It just says Washington Capitals. I would be a bigger fan if they actually had like a distinct logo, like basically every other team in the NHL, and it just doesn't say words. I mean, it's fine. Their jerseys don't look bad or anything like that. I just don't really like the logo that much. The Winnipeg Jets, I like their logo. I feel like they probably could do a little bit more. The Jets, I feel like they could have a really cool logo with that name, but they're a Canadian team. You get the Canada flag or the maple leaf behind it, and then you get the Jet in the circle. It looks fine. I'm not really a huge fan of like the circles when teams have like a circle around their logo, but with the Jets, I feel like it doesn't really do too much damage to the logo, I guess. So I like their logo a lot. The San Jose Sharks, another logo that I am a big fan of. I mean, the San Jose Sharks, the logo is a shark biting a hockey stick in half. You can't go wrong. It makes a lot of sense for the team, and I'm a big fan of the uniforms, especially the stealth ones that they had this year, the all black. Really, really nice uniforms. Calgary Flames, I'm going to put them in meh. It's a C for Calgary. It's on fire. It makes sense, but it just doesn't really stand out to me too much. I feel like they probably could do a little bit more with their logo if they wanted to, but this one's fine. Moving along, now we have the Dallas Stars, and I like their logo. You got the D for Dallas, and then kind of like the star behind it. I think it looks good. I'm a fan of their uniforms too. I love the green that they use, and maybe that's one of the reasons that makes me like their logo more. I should probably do another one of these videos on uniforms. Make sure to let me know if that's something that you guys want to see. But yeah, I like Dallas's logo. I think it looks good. The Carolina Hurricanes, I don't really like this logo in particular. I like the logos more that they use on some of their alternate jerseys and the logos they've used on those jerseys over the past couple of years. I think it is time for maybe a logo change for them. Not the biggest fan of this one in particular, but I mean, it's fine. Next up, we have Minnesota, and they get a love from me along with the Vegas Golden Knights. It's always been one of my favorite logos in the NHL. I love their jerseys as well. I don't really know how to explain it. I just like the colors. I think they go together well. I just think the logo really embodies, the Minnesota Wild. It looks perfect, and I don't really think they should change the logo ever. I like this one a lot. Moving on to the Blackhawks, another Original Six team, and I'm just going to put them in meh. It's been pretty much the same logo for their entire existence, like the Montreal Canadiens and like the Boston Bruins. I don't like it. I don't not like it. It's just fine, and maybe it's just because I'm getting tired of it because it's been their logo for so long. The Toronto Maple Leafs, I guess I'll just put them in meh as well. Their logo has, changed up a little bit over the years, like the look of the Maple Leaf and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's always been a Maple Leaf with it saying Toronto Maple Leafs in the middle. And I think it's fine. It definitely does the job. And again, an Original Six team, you can't really ever go wrong with their logos. The Colorado Avalanche, I guess I'll just put them here too. I feel like the team name Avalanche doesn't really give you a lot of leeway in terms of what you can do with a logo, but the logo that they have right now, I think it's fine. It suits the team well, and yeah, I don't like it, but I don't not like it either. The Columbus Blue Jackets is one of my favorite logos in the entire NHL. I'm going to put them up in love. I have a Blue Jackets jersey, mostly just because I absolutely love that logo. I think it's perfect for the team, and yeah, I just think it looks really clean. The Red Wings, another one I'm going to put in meh. They're my favorite team, but, it's just kind of a little bit boring, I guess. Their jerseys especially are boring. I wish they'd do some type of alternate jersey concept, especially next season. We're going to have some fresh faces and hopefully a new franchise player in Lafreniere. I think it's time for like a new alternate jersey or something like that. I know an Original Six team, they don't really change the logos up. So yeah, they just kind of get a meh for me, along with most of the other Original Six teams, besides the Rangers, which I don't really like. All right, only 4 left now. The Edmonton Oilers, I don't like their jersey. Like I said earlier, I'm not the biggest fan of jerseys that kind of have the circle with something in the middle, like Boston. And it's kind of probably why I don't have Winnipeg up in love, because they have the circle around it. Same goes for the Islanders and the Sabres. I'm just not really a big fan of that concept. I think Edmonton could maybe benefit from a logo change. But again, the team name Oilers, how much is there that you can really do with that team name? The Florida Panthers, I'm gonna put them in meh. I was a bigger fan of their logo when it was just the panther or like the cat with the claws out with the mouth open. Not a huge fan of this logo. Again, it's something in a shape which is, you know, meh, kind of gets a meh from me, but it's cool. It does the job. I was just a bigger fan of their old logo, and I think that's one of the biggest reasons why it kind of makes me not like this one as much. Moving on to the Ducks, I'm actually going to put them up here in like. I've been a big fan of the logo for a while now, ever since it kind of fully became this logo here. I like their jerseys a lot too, which probably makes me like their logo a little bit more. But yeah, I'm a fan of their logo. It gets a like for me. And finally, we have the Arizona Coyotes, and I'm going to put them up in love. It's one of my favorite logos in the NHL. You can't go wrong. Their team name is the Arizona Coyotes, and their logo is a coyote howling. What more can you do with that name? I think it definitely suits the team perfectly. So that is my tier list of all NHL logos. Again, this has nothing to do with how much I like the team. It's literally just based off of the look of their logo and nothing else. So make sure to keep that in mind if you're a fan of any of these teams. It doesn't mean I don't like your team. It just means I don't really necessarily like the logo of your team. So make sure to let me know down in the comment section below, what are some of your favorite logos in the NHL, and what are some logos that maybe you're not the biggest fan of. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and if you want to see more videos like this, any tier lists or anything like that, make sure to let me know down in the comment section below, and if you have any video suggestions, always open to hearing new ideas. If you did enjoy today's video, please make sure to go down there and drop a like on it, and if you guys are new and you want to see more hockey content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video.